Hi there, it's Kevin from the Figaro Owners Club. It's good to be with you. Just want to do a very quick video on how water actually exits the Figaro. I know it's a strange thing, there's lots of oddities with the car. Obviously having a sunroof on the car means that the water has to exit it somehow. What I'm going to do is just run through what we've got with the car, because I'm sure a lot of people don't really understand or know what some of these parts actually are for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to point out that you've got a hose here, you've got a grommet here. This is connected to a hose that runs down this piece of trim here. So if I go inside the car here, I'm just going to point this out. I've printed this off of our website so you can actually see this is the grommet here, and you can see this hose. This runs to inside all the way down and exits the car down there.
So here we've got three pictures. The one on the left shows the driver's side drain pulled out from its pillar inside the car. The middle one shows the pipe routed into the wheel front arch. It's just behind the plastic wheel lining, which is when it's removed, and the right one shows inside view of when it's routed into the new position. As I said, this is a modification done by Simon Smith, and I think hopefully Simon's going to be doing a write-up about this at some stage, but nothing to get too concerned about. This is a fairly sort of detailed information, but it just shows what these pipes do, both sides of the drainage area, and bit of information for you.
So again, same on the other side. You've got two of these. Drainage, I guess is the thing, isn't it? Is a drainage pipe that runs here. Also, as it's designed to take water off of the car, what happens is water will run down here and it will go through this fairly complex neoprene rubber assembly here.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about this rubber assembly if there are problems with the water flowing. The pictures on the right and the left here indicate something to look at. What you can do is you can make a couple of incisions. If you can see, there's two white lines there on the gully where it goes down gully A, and if you make a couple of cuts there, what you'll find is the water will flow through in a slightly different route, and this can be a solution because the existing route has become blocked. Also, the one on the left is dripping areas, and this is really important. One of the issues you get with the car is some people or owners say that they've got a wet carpet, especially under the passenger side, and this is due to a really peculiar and almost freakish situation where the water can overflow from that area, especially if you're driving in heavy rain or you leave your car outside, and the water can actually flow under the car all the way through back into the carpet area, where the passenger sit. So you can see we've got an indication here, so that red line there is kind of like a very crude example of where the water can flow. So really important to make sure that the water is flowing and it's all going down those rear drain pipes and not into the car. Otherwise you will end up with a lot of issues, especially with damp and wet carpets.
And then it goes all the way down here, and then there's a little hole at the back here. This is connected to a hose. Okay, so that's how water exits the car from the roof. And one way of just showing you how it works is to get a little watering can. This is a really good test to do if you've just bought the car. It's definitely worth doing. I'm just going to run this down. You can see the water running through there, so it's actually going through that assembly. There we go, see, it's coming out down there through this tiny area here. It's actually inside, you can't see it, so this runs through this area here and exits through here, runs all the way down. Now this is connected to a hose and a T-piece. I'll talk about this piece in a minute. This runs down inside the back of the boot, inside the underneath, and it comes out there. So I don't know, hopefully you can see that. There's a tiny little pipe here, you can see the water's dripping just as obviously I've tested it. What happens here as well is that the roof, when the roof is back up again, I'm just gonna push that back up again. So the boot on the Figaro is a wet boot, okay, so it's designed to allow water to enter it, because obviously there's no sills here, you can see, okay, so that's designed there. But if you do get water in it, there we go, I'm just going to do that. This is a little test you can do, don't worry about it. Looking down there, you can see it's running out of that one, and it's running out of that one.
So here we've got a picture of the inside of the boot. The hose on the left is obviously connected to the metal gutter, and the hose on the right is connected to the plastic boot tray. So when you do the test with the watering can, just check that there's no leaks there. Here I'm holding the T-piece, again check that the water is exiting the hose. If not, pull that apart, give that a clean and do the test again, and you should be good to go.
So there we go, I just thought I'd explain how water exits the car. All these little bits on the car make it really unique, doesn't it? But there we go, I hope you've enjoyed the little video about how water exits the Figaro. Cheers, bye!